I first signed to Jay, I'm like, all I want to do is drop a classic. I didn't care about that because it sold 3,000. I was like, man, your first album's supposed to be slept on, but it's got to be an Illmatic, boom, boom. And once I signed to Jay, and this nigga was like, nah, you're not putting the album out till you got some hits. And I'm like, oh shit, I had to trial and error for a year and a half, 2 years. Workout was like, I squeezed that shit out last minute, but it's like, that was an unnatural space for me. Even if you listen to it, it's like, I can't even hear that shit back because I'm trying. But through all my trying over the years, that shit turned into like, I grew superpowers. So then by the time Force Hill Job came by, I was smacking them out every.
Oh man, so that's always been this weird relationship between J. Cole and Jay-Z. Unlike many of his other proteges, you know, there aren't many sightings of them two together, you know. Jay-Z don't really speak about him much, you feel me? Like, you know, with somebody like J. Cole, you would think Jay-Z be hopping up to take credit for that. But which makes me think about shit I don't even know y'all remember. Way back when in the blog era, like, it was a big thing, a big question about when was Jay-Z finally gonna hop on the J. Cole song. As a Cole fan back then, it was really confusing because I'm like, we're all loving Friday Night Lights, you feel me? Like, why Jay-Z ain't taking credit for this dude or not, you know, all up in his face like this is my God type shit. I didn't understand it. But nevertheless, J. Cole went in depth about the relationship between him and Jay-Z, and I came to understanding that it was best. It was best that Jay-Z stay far away from J. Cole because this man was on the road to sabotage J. Cole's career before it even started, bro. And I don't think he was trying to. I think he had his best interests at heart, but he just did not know how to break J. Cole on his own understanding of the landscape or J. Cole's fan base that he was creating, you feel me? See, J. Cole and Jay-Z, that working relationship only worked because of Jay-Z's legendary status. Just off the strength of that alone, because all he really did was provide J. Cole motivation. But let's get to J. Cole explaining things from his own perspective. First thing first, we're gonna get to a story that J. Cole told where he had to press Jay-Z after he embarrassed him in front of Drake by continuing to pressure him about creating a hit record to be able to release an album. Peep this real quick.
So we go to the Two Kings dinner, try to
Two Kings dinner is the LeBron James and Jay-Z dinner
every All-Star weekend.
Every All-Star weekend.
So this year it's in LA while we're working in LA. We get dressed. You got to get dressed and shit. Like there's still that picture of you with the tan coat with Kanye.
Yeah.
Like Pat Riley was in there, Dwayne Wade. Like at this point now, we really close with Drake. Future's one of my closest homies I done met through the game. So they pull up Future the Prince, Drake's manager, Future. Nico, Chubbs, all those guys. So they pull up, and now we having a conversation. Me, Cole, Drake, Future. I don't know who else with them, a couple more people. So then Jay walks in, and he sees all of us together. He goes, yo, and he looks at Drake, and he says, yo, get a boy one. Like points at Cole, like basically give him a hit. And we're all
oh, I forgot about this.
We're like, what? Like, and I even remember Future's face being like, that's embarrassing, you know what I mean? Like, yo, get a boy one. And I remember being like, oh, like.
Meaning, if you're hearing this and not knowing, he's pointing at me, he's looking at Drake, and pointing at me and going like, yo, give him a hit. Like, yo, give my boy a hit, basically. Like, yo, give a boy one.
And mind you, this is at the height of Cole and Drake and Cole. Like, it's
mind you, it's a legit. Yeah, there's a legit
the future
competition.
Of rap competition.
Commercially, it's not competitive, but culturally, it's still a competitive sport of people are like,
and
yo,
we're friends,
Cole and Drake.
But
and we cool, but it's still like,
it's
yo.
still like, you know. So.
And on top of that, I got a song with him on the project I just dropped 3 months ago. Like, it's a big ahead.
So I remember just being like, oh, like I felt embarrassed. I felt embarrassed for Cole.
Yeah.
I felt embarrassed for Drake and like Future because they got to be like, what the So what I do remember is being at the dinner after that, and I'm just looking at Cole, and he looks pissed.
I was hot.
Bro, you drank so much Hennessy at that point because we was throwing back the Hennessy now, and I know your energy. I know when you're pissed.
Yeah.
So it's a different you remember that look when you was clapping at the Grammys?
Yeah, when I lost.
It was that face while you was drinking.
Like
the
I couldn't even fake it.
And I'm like, oh man, this nigga's pissed. So after that, they do like an after party, right next door. So now we're in the club next door.
Yes.
Still off the Hennessy.
Yep. It's where I take it from here.
And that's where you take it from.
All right, so imagine a club, the music's playing. This is 2011. Let's just say it's Black and Yellow, Wiz Khalifa playing. Nah, music is playing, and I'm strolling through, and it's not a club like almost like it's a VIP type of joint where it's not, there's no sections. Jay is on the floor, Beyonce's on the floor, everybody's like on the floor. It's not like, a private section over here, they roped off, boom, boom. So I'm mobbing through the floor, and I approach Jay, like I'm getting close to Jay.
I think you kind of told me you was about to go talk to him. Like you was still talking about this thing. You was still mad.
Yeah, maybe I went on that part I don't remember. I don't remember if
you was still mad, and it was kind of like
what I'm saying is I don't remember if I actually went up to him on purpose or if I was just walking through.
Nah, it was on purpose. Because I remember the feeling of you being like, yo, I'm gonna go holler at this nigga. And I remember being like, we getting dropped. Like that's what I thought. We getting dropped tonight. But yeah.
Oh shit, that's amazing. Okay, so I'm apparently I've told Eve that I'm going to holler at him, but what I remember is like the point where my memory kicks off is walking up to him, and so as I get within like 7 feet of him and he sees me approaching, he looks at me like, yo, he's like, Cole, he's like, yo, just one, give me one, please. He got his hand,
doubles down.
Yo, he got his hands folded. He got his hands in
prayer hand.
He got prayer hand emoji. He's like, yo, please, just one. That's all I need. Just give me one. And I at this point, I'm like, right in front of him, I'm like, yo, let me ask you a question. I've never spoke like this to Jay in my life, like ever. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, let me ask you a question. And he's like, what's up? I'm like, when you was working on Reasonable Doubt, I said, did you have somebody like in your ear calling you or like that you had to go meet telling you like, yo, I just need one, give me one? Did you have somebody telling you needed a single and like telling you your album, you know what I mean, is dependent on a hit record, telling you, yo, I just need one? And he was like, nah, I didn't. I'm like, yo, so why you keep doing that to me? Like, in this tone. Like, yo, why?
You're also forgetting this.
Oh my, yeah.
Like, why you keep? When I see the clapping, I'm not next to him. I'm like, this nigga's clapping. I'm like, oh shit, we really cooked. Cause the clapping is only bad energy.
Yo, why you keep doing that to me?
So I'm like,
yo, why you keep doing that to me?
Now, mind you, I'm far where I can't have a conversation.
And anybody that knows me knows like, when I'm like passionate about something,
you can't control your
or
face
heated.
Or your energy.
My passion also looks like heated.
Yeah, for
in this
sure.
moment, I was actually heated. But even when I'm just passionate about something, I talk using my hands. Like, first of all, I talk my hands, period. But they're like exaggerated, very animated. Very animated.
That's
emotions.
how I knew, because I was far. Yeah. I was like,
so I'm like, bro. So why you keep doing that to me? Like, why you keep like saying that to me, bro? The thing, like. First of all, I'm so glad I got to like get that off. And the thing, one of the many things that I respect, but this particular instance, the thing that I respect about Jay, this nigga heard me say that. And he like thought about it for a second. And he said, you right. He said, you right. He said, that's real. You're right. And that was the end.
You said something else though.
I said something else?
Before that.
What'd I say?
You was like,
Eve knows this because I went back and reported immediately to him what happened. You know what I mean?
And I never,
because you gotta think Eve was like, nigga, what the just happened?
I never forget. I think
you just seeing body language from afar.
Yo, it's the scariest thing. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, here goes the neighborhood. Like, you know what I mean? But I want to say it was at that point that you said it. Because it was in a heated moment.
Oh, I did. I know what you're about to say.
So go ahead.
Before he said you right.
Yeah.
Because before he said you right, I put an extra little jab in there.
Yeah, and that's when
I was like, yo, I said, okay, so to go back, I said, yo, so did you have anybody doing that boom boom? He was like, nah, I didn't. I was like, yo, so why you keep doing that to me? Like, why you doing that to me? I'm like, yo, you over here trying to tell me, yo, I need one. You telling me to go in with Stargate. I was like, yo, it's easy to put me in with Stargate after they already got Black and Yellow by Wiz Khalifa. I was like, yo, where's the vision?
Yeah,
like, if you really want,
where's your vision?
Where's your vision? I was like, yo, if you really want to like try to quarterback and help, like, where's the vision? Like, you telling me this after they already got a hit with Wiz Khalifa, like.
And he was like, you say he was like, Nah, we signed Stargate. Like,
exactly.
He was like,
nah. He was like, nah, they with us. Like, we signed Stargate. I'm like, yeah, exactly. But I was like, Wiz got the hit with them. Yeah. You didn't put me in with them until
before the hit.
Before the hit, you know what I mean? And the nigga like literally just thought about this shit for a second, and he was like, "You right." He like, "You right." Like, I respect that. Like, you right.
That's crazy.
All right, so J. Cole's continued with a story surrounding his workout single being released. You know the workout song featuring the Kanye West sample and all that XYZ good shit. But before that was selected as the lead single for the Sideline Story, Jay-Z was hell-bent on releasing another track. Bruh, this shit was so trash. If this song would've came out, J. Cole's career would've been in the goddamn graveyard, bruh. Peep this shit real quick.
Back to creating now songs, hoping and praying for this hit. And there was mostly bad days of doing this and uninspired days. But there was a good day. And I was in a hotel room. I don't know where we were, but I was in a hotel room. I had College Dropout playing off my laptop, because you gotta remember, I'm a day one Kanye fan. I had College Dropout playing in my room. It was in the bathroom or something. I was in the bathroom and I heard my laptop was like in the room on the bed, and it had got to Kanye's workout plan. I hear that boop 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 boop, yeah. And when I heard that part, right away I was like, oh shit! Like, I heard the melody, I heard the beat. You know what I mean? I heard the loop. I'm like, oh shit! That's a part that do 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 do. I heard it in my mind, so I like run back into the room, hop on my laptop, and I'm just like, yo, I'm about to loop this shit up. So I loop that little part of the sample up, do 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 do. Throw some drums on the shit, put the keys on it, over on top of it, and then I'm like, damn, this shit is moving like it was rocking. Mm-hmm. The beat was rocking. So I had this moment of inspiration in the hotel room. I did the beat for workout, at least. We go back to New York, where I have a session set up. This is a session that has been suggested by Jay-Z now, coming after the conversation that we had at All-Star. This at some point he suggested that, like, yo, I think Cole should get in with Shay Taylor, who was a producer that was doing shit for Beyonce at the time. I don't know necessarily what joints that Shay Taylor did. Sean Garrett is booked for these sessions. Sean Garrett is a writer. I've never been in a room with a writer before. Maybe
also, just to give context, a writer for the hook. Like, it wasn't
for the hook. Oh yeah,
it wasn't like,
yeah.
yo, here's a writer so you can write
exactly.
your verse.
But even then, I wasn't. I wasn't even feeling that. Like, nah, I'm not. I wasn't with that. But I'm a little more open to this because it's not Stargate, nigga. Like, Shay Taylor is a black dude, you know what I mean?
We had met Shay.
Yeah, we met Shay. He was cool.
In sessions with us.
Yep. He was at like the Rock Nation brunch. I remember meeting him. He was cool. Shay Taylor played some beats. I honestly I don't remember putting any idea on any of his beats, but I didn't want to go back to Jay or like have the word get back to Jay that I didn't do nothing during these 2-day sessions. I came early to the session so I could get my idea done that I had just did in the hotel room, which was the beat for workout. When I did workout, I felt like I had cracked the code. That's literally how I felt. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, I got it. I did it. I really want to hit Jay like, nigga, I got it. But I can't because I got these sessions with Shay Taylor and Sean Garrett coming up. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to just get through these sessions, you know what I mean? So I picked one of these beats that he had. I literally went in the booth, Scott, I did some pure bullshit on this song, like freestyle. I mailed it in, bro. You know what I mean?
One part of it was fire though.
Yeah. One part of it, yeah, for sure. Then I put a bullshit idea on one of his beats so I could go like just show Jay like, oh look, I tried. You know what I mean?
But I got this.
So this is what happened. I went to go see Jay, and when I went in his office,
I remember you told me you was mad excited to be like, yo, I got it with workout. I did one.
Yo, I think Bleak was there, by the way. I walk into the office, it's Jay and Bleak. And I'm hyped. So I'm like, yo, I got it, bro. So I press, so he like, yo, shit, let me hear it. Like, let me hear it. Like, so I press play on it. Nigga, I'm in that bitch hella confident. Like, nigga, I'm, you know, maybe on the other ones, I'm like trying to like see what he trying to feel. Like, there's none of that. I'm like, nigga, I know. You can only agree with me right here. That's my energy. It's like, yo, I'm only giving you the room to agree with me right here, like from an energetic standpoint, right? So I remember playing it, and in my mind at the moment, like from what I remember, he was with it. Like,
yeah, you told me he was fucking with it.
Yeah, he was with it. And Bleak was with it in that moment, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say he was like, woo, nigga, we out of here. What I took from it is like, yeah, you got one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't remember, I can't say, this is not a clear memory. The nigga definitely didn't say, I don't like that, or he didn't say, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? It was more agreement than anything.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
And I remember Bleak with it too. And then comes, yo, what you do with Shay? Like, let me hear the shit you did with Shay, boom, boom. So I'm like, honestly, like, you know, it's just like a rough idea. Like, I ain't really get to finish, boom, boom, but like here it go. And I play him the bullshit that I put on Shay Taylor beat, which was like, 8 bars or something, right? I play him the 8 bars, and this nigga goes crazy.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's like, nigga. He like, yo, that's it right there. Like, yo, he was like, please finish this. And in my mind, I'm like, oh no. I was only gonna finish the song to say I did it. To like appease
like,
Jay.
But we know Workout is the one. Like,
yeah, just to be like, yeah, but it's clear that it's Workout, right? So I go finish the song, me and Sean Garrett. I play it for Jay. And this nigga, once again, Scott, goes crazy. Like, he's loving it. He was like, nigga, this is the one. Like, trust me, like, this is the one. Like, Scott, I'm sitting there like, no way. At the same time, the moment I've been waiting for, which was the key to put an album out, which is a single, is actually right in front of me. I'm almost embarrassed by this song, you know what I mean? Like, and here's this other song that like, A, I feel like it's the one. B, I'm proud that I did it. C, I feel like I cracked the code and I feel like it's a hit. Boom, boom. So somehow, I think it was like through talking to Jay and then a little bit of going back and talking to Mark, somehow I must have been like, it. I must have just gave in. I gave in and just caved like, I guess the appeal of having a single and finally being able to put an album out had me cave in that moment and say, yo, okay. To the point where we went and got this song mastered, bro.
The song was mixed and
mastered.
mastered.
The song was mixed and mastered. After it was mastered, I had to tell Mark, like, yo, I called Mark and I was like, yo, I can't do this, bro. So I told Mark, and then I had a meeting with Jay, like, I don't know if it was the next day or what. And it's me, Mark, and Jay in the office. And I said, yo, bro. I was like, I can't do this, dog. Like, I can't put this song out. I was like, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. I was like, when I listen to this song, this shit is mastered, and I realize, like, I literally feel like a sellout. Like, that's what I feel like hearing this song. And if this song was to come out, like, that's what I would feel like. And as soon as I told him that, he was like, nah, I don't want that on me.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want that on my kind. He was like, I feel a way about the song, but he was like, yo, you the one that got to go out there and perform this shit and live with this shit. He was like, I with it, but he was like, I don't want that shit on my resume.
You was like, yo, I can't put this out. He's like, you got to understand, they look at me like I'm the one.
Ah, you're right. I did say that.
And you told me the line that he said, which I don't know why that shit always stuck.
Oh my
me.
God.
And I wasn't even there.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is a bar of all bars.
He said, she's like, shit, I could feel a graveyard full of the ones. And I remember being like, yo, that is so real. Like, if you live with the perception that you trying to keep that status of the one,
yes, man,
nigga, you gonna be dead.
Oh my God,
so I remember
bro.
when you told me Jay said that, I never forgot that line. I was like, ooh,
you're right.
That's a crazy perspective.
And that was a bar, bro. Like, yo, they look at me like the one. He's like, I could fill up a graveyard for little ones. Like, nigga, what? That shit, although it hit home, it still didn't change my feelings.
No, of course.
Still didn't change my feelings about the song. Yeah, let's play the song that almost came out. I don't want to hear this at all, but
I've never listened to it after that day when we realized it wasn't coming out. I don't even know if it's good or not.
Sound like some Chris Brown, Lil Wayne.
Let's go.
I can't believe this song was about to come out, bro.
Wow.
Oh, he had did the Nicki joint. Shay did.
Oh, yeah. I did give him the 2-6.
Hey. Cold world, cold life.
That's the part he loved.
Cold-blooded. I be on my shit and look at all the hoes. Love it. Got 150 bitches in the club staring at me.
How that feel?
Very happy. Incest, cause she wanna marry daddy. Now if you take me home, girl, that's gonna make your parents happy.
What?
BET plus a college degree. Pay tuition, but got some knowledge for free. What that feel like? Tell me what that feel like. Nigga, your Twitter bitches follow
Use
me
that
in
on
real
real
life.
life,
I did.
Use it on,
She's so person. That's ironic, like hoes flying virgin. Lord help ya. Look who I just fell for.
That's a bar, actually.
AKA chick, but she work for Delta. Well, nah, I ain't pledged, but I do be party hopping. So shawty, come with me, we'll get that.
Yeah, just listen to your voice and you try.
Yeah,
to
party poppin', hot it hoppin'.
Who want it? Say it loud and clear.
Oh my God.
Who want it?
Who won it? I don't even remember this part.
Got a lot of
Me neither.
game, I can
I
put
remember
you
the
on
hook.
it and get you out of here.
Not the video game.
Like you want it. Whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
What we don't win it. How many
Sean
times
Garrett.
split it?
Nah, keep it going. Bro, I gotta hear it, bro.
Wait a minute.
I have to live my
This
truth.
is the part Sean Garrett wrote.
How many bitches split
Right?
it? I say that money.
Yeah, I gotta live my truth.
Cold life.
Oh, we trying to bring it back.
Oh my
I be
God.
on my shit and look at all
Look at
the
Jay
hoes
say they like that
got
part. We was like, bring it
150
back.
bitches
Yeah.
in the club staring
Lazy.
at me. Staring at me. How that feel? How that
Look,
feel?
listen.
Very happy. Apologistic if that sound misogynistic. I'm feeling monogenistic. Two women
Oh my God. The Kanye made up words and shit is insane.
Thinking you gon' scoop me.
Scoop
Somebody
me.
shoot me. My nigga wiped up a groupie. That's a no-go. Homie, that's a no-go. But man, that's my dog.
Yo,
Like,
stop,
you
yeah,
stay right with
Stop.
Yo.
I'm sorry. That shit was ass.
Do you understand we would not be having this conversation? if
Oh
this
no,
came
it would
out?
have been it would literally been a wrap on my whole
Been
career.
over.
So yeah, so I tell him that I can't do that, and he respects it and says, all right, well, we going with the other one. Like well, he allows me.
That's definitely the point where he stopped believing.
I think
it's gotta be.
I think that's the point where he's like, yo, I'm done. You know what I mean? It is what it is at this point. Like
yeah.
it is what it is with this kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, if he crash and burn,
like
cool.
almost like cut your losses. Like yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, if he crash and burn, cool. Like,
it works, it
If it
works,
works,
yeah.
it works. If it don't work, it don't work. Boom, boom. Like, but to my benefit, he allowed like I think he saw also how passionate I was about workout, and it was like what I would learn later. Like I didn't notice. Nobody ever told me. Like he never said, yo, I don't like that record. But what I would hear later is that Ty and Jay hated workout.
All right, so present day, J. Cole's fans are pissed off because they can't understand what the hell going on. Despite the online chatter after the announcement of J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hill Drive show in Madison Square Garden, where he celebrates the 10-year anniversary of that classic album being released, the pre-sold tickets sold out like crazy. Alright, so right now it says there's over 140K people in the queue for J. Cole's one night only 2014 Forest Hills Drive show at Madison Square Garden. This says I believe the pre-sale tickets for J. Cole's upcoming Madison Square Garden show have sold out. General sales start December 4th. In 2014, tickets will be available at a secret location on the day of the show for $1, like the Dollar in the Dream type vibes, like back in the days with J. Cole fans and shit. So it's going crazy. Now the fans are reacting like I hate resale culture. Niggas sit up all talking about how J. Cole is whack, boring, but now it's pre-selling for his anniversary show, and you niggas are buying up the tickets just to make money. Or they may just be fans, you feel me? They say now everybody want J. Cole's tickets. Shaking my head. 126,000 people ahead of me, so I have to wait in line to buy tickets to see my favorite rapper. But if I recall, most of y'all talked crap about him the majority of the year. In the words of SpongeBob to Squidward, y'all love J. Cole too, don't you? Ah, man. So, hey, dog, I hear all the time for people that's really, really famous and shit that they be saying shit like the hate that you receive online never compares to the real love that you receive in real life, man. So you can't really focus on the negativity and shit that's out there online, right? So you gotta focus on the real interactions, man. That's where the real energy is coming from. Everything else is all manufactured to receive some reactions. Sometimes it may be reactions from you. Crazy as hell. But nevertheless, dog, in regards to the actual podcast, the main topic, dog, I'm loving every bit of this shit, bro. It's cool to hear J. Cole tell the story and the background between the relationship between him and Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z had J. Cole's best interest in heart, but I think after a while he realized, all right, man, there ain't much I could do with this shit. He backed away, and then when he seen once he backed away, things worked out. I think he continued to say, all right, I can't really take credit of this nigga's success because all I did was sign him and put a team around him, but he's doing everything on his own. It was a point in time that Eve and J. Cole discussed that they didn't even know if Jay-Z was aware of the projects that were out that were going crazy, like the Warm Up or Friday Night Lights. They don't think Jay-Z understood the magnitude of the reception that he was receiving. You got to understand the people that was under him that had a real success that he probably ate the most off of was Rihanna, Kanye, and whoever else was doing very well commercially. See, around that time, we was going through a lot of bootlegging and shit. You feel me? This is before the streaming era. This is around the time people were illegally downloading things. Everybody's project was leaking. So the music industry was in a very weird space at that point in time. So I'm sure the record labels did not like the idea of all this free music being just released and shit, not understanding how they was going to be able to recoup on the deals. It was no real way outside of like ticket sales for them to quantify the fan base or the feedback, the love that J. Cole was receiving from the Warm Up or Friday Night Lights. It was no real way for them to understand that shit. So I could get them saying I need a hit record to be able to see the love, like see it in real time, or have a number placed behind your, your fanfare. I gotta see that. I understand that, but I think if it was somebody that was like really had a finger on the pulse of the culture, they would have understood what J. Cole was doing out there and let him be able to create freely. Because lately he's been talking about how the release of his first album was underwhelming as far as the reception when it came to the actual art. The numbers did very well. It exceeded everyone's expectations, so it allowed him to go ahead and get a second project with a lot of love and probably money split towards it. But him personally and the fans, they were underwhelmed when it came to the actual artistic standpoint of the album. Now, I was delusional a little bit, you feel me? I was like, shit, we got an album, cool, I love it, let's keep on pushing. Now, I didn't really give a damn at that point in time. But looking back, I can see that, okay, he didn't leave it all out there on the field. Like, if you're an athlete, there's always some games or plays that's in the back of your mind that you're thinking like, damn, if I'd have did just this, then I would have been able to be satisfied. Like, it eats you up. Like, me, myself, personally, bro, I know that feeling, bro. When I was playing football back in the days, bro, I remember I was at strong safety, came up down to cover curl the flats. I seen a nigga motion towards the slots. I'm like, this nigga about to run a flat route. I did not jump it. And sure enough, they threw the route. I was late because I reacted late. I'm like, oh shit, they did it. Now I'm mad I didn't jump the route. I missed the damn tackle. Now I'm pissed the off because a pick six just turned into a missed tackle. I always think about that play over and over again. Doesn't matter. All the other good plays I had, that one play be in the back of my mind, bro. So I think he felt like he didn't leave it all out on the field, and I could understand that based on the other projects that have come out since then, that he could have did much better on that project. Even though I in real time and at that point in time, I enjoyed it like crazy. You feel me? I love Cold World Sideline Story. And also it was similar to the situation with the Carter 3. When the Carter 3 finally came out and also sold well and everything, I looked at it as a stamp on a moment in time for Wayne's career and celebrated the moment in time rather than celebrating the actual album, because I knew working up towards that point, the entire body of work through all the leaks and shit, all that fed into that one moment, because I hate this idea that just because something wasn't commercially released, that the music that I consumed doesn't count. Like I actually didn't listen to the music. Like I didn't actually bob my head, remember the lyrics, live to this song, like reflect through my emotions through this music. Just because it wasn't commercially released through Apple Music or back then, I can't think what I was using at that point in time, but iTunes. Just because it isn't released commercially, it don't count to this man discography. That shit's bullshit. So I had to find a way to make things make sense to me, for me as a fan, to go ahead and appreciate all the music together. So I spilled all the moments from all the leaks and all the verses, the freestyles, the features that spill into the reception to the Carter 3, because that stamped that moment and saying, okay, he finally released it, and this is finally the project that came from everything. But looking back, the actual project, I did not enjoy it more than I enjoyed the Carter 2 or the Carter 1, or even many of the mixtapes that came out leading towards that point. Like historically, me personally as a music listener, I don't like a lot of my favorite artists' albums that they put out because I think they get too commercial. I don't like when people sacrifice slots on their projects, mainly hip hop artists. They sacrifice tracks on their projects to go ahead and reach for the charts. So I already go into listening to albums from my favorite artists knowing that there's gonna be some tracks on here that I gotta just bear with because of some bullshit that they're trying to put out there for commercial success to please their label. So that's how I came into listening to J. Cole sideline story, and I'm like, okay, we got the class with Friday Night Lights, so whatever we have right here, it is what it is. But hey, man, that's just me just podding and talking, even though this ain't a podcast. That's me podding and talking as a fan and just talking shit with y'all. But let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.